Hey there, mates. You're back again, I see. Or maybe you're new here. Either way, welcome. We hope you find these tidbits wicked fascinating for you. Right, let's go. You might be tempted to fact-check me on this one, but it's true. Broccoli contains more protein than steak. All right, let me be clear. Broccoli has more protein per calorie than steak, but steak has more protein per serving. A cup of broccoli has 2.5 grams of protein, and 33% of its calories come from protein. However, and this is key, you need to eat more than 8 cups of broccoli to get the same amount of protein as a 3-ounce serving of steak, which contains around 21 grams of protein. Hope you didn't have to break out your calculators for that one. Right then, next. The former Holy Roman Emperor Charlemagne is considered the father of Europe because he successfully united most of Western Europe under his rule, creating a vast empire that spanned across what is now modern-day France, Germany, and parts of Italy, effectively bringing a sense of political unity to the region after the fall of the Western Roman Empire. This feat cemented his legacy as a key figure in European history. The word muscle comes from the Latin term musculus, or little mouse. The ancient Romans believed that the shape and movement of some muscles, especially the biceps, looked like mice running under the skin. If you're a woman and don't like mice but love firm muscles, perhaps this can give you some new perspective. Or maybe not. The southern Italian town of Alberobello is known for its unique trulli houses, beehive-shaped structures which folklore suggests were built to avoid paying taxes by being easily dismantled. The dwellings are remarkable examples of drywall or mortarless construction, a prehistoric building technique still in use in this region. The first computer mouse, invented by Douglas Engelbart in 1964, was made of wood and had a rectangular shape, essentially resembling a small wooden block with wheels inside to detect movement when pushed across a surface. Wicked clever for the time, I'm sure. All right, you sci-fi anoraks, how about this one? Did you know that the iconic Star Wars lightsaber sound effect was created by combining the sound of a film projector's motor with a 1970s tube television? The film's sound designer Ben Burt recorded the hum of an old projector's interlock motor. He also accidentally discovered the buzzing sound by walking by a television with a live microphone. With the sounds combined, he swung it around to mimic the movement of lightsabers in a duel.
Have you ever wondered why men are often older in relationships? It's a question that intrigues romantics and gossip columnists alike. Research suggests it may be linked to differences in biological maturity and brain development. Women tend to mature earlier than men, which can lead to a preference for a partner who is more emotionally and physically mature. Also, different parts of the brain mature at different rates in men and women, and these differences could contribute to the age gap preferences as well. Looking to get a new pet? How about a ferret? These beloved creatures are highly favored as pets in households around the world. While they may not be as common as dogs or cats, they have gained significant popularity as fun-loving companions due to their playful personalities, adaptability, and intelligence. Would you believe that the wheel wasn't invented for transportation? It's believed that the ancient Mesopotamians invented the wheel initially for pottery, before it was used for transportation. Want some proof? The oldest evidence of the wheel dates back to around 4000 to 4200 BC and was used for making pottery. Wheeled vehicles, like carts and chariots, emerged later, around 3500 to 3350 BC. How about this one for thought? If the Earth, while maintaining its density, suddenly doubled in size, then all of the trees would topple over. Why? It's because the increase in mass would lead to a stronger gravitational pull on the surface. Existing trees would have to support a greater weight in a world with stronger gravity, and this stronger pull would make it much harder for trees to support themselves, potentially causing them to collapse. And there you have it. A snowstorm with thunder and lightning? Yes. It's a rare phenomenon, but it's called a thundersnow. It occurs when a thunderstorm produces snow instead of rain. Thunderstorms typically need warm, moist air to fuel the convection, or upward air movement, that creates them. So with that, having the right combination of strong convection and freezing temperatures at the same time is relatively infrequent. America is nearly 250 years old, while Native American tribes were in North America long before that. The time frames between the two are vast. Native American tribes have inhabited North America for tens of thousands of years, with archaeological and genetic evidence suggesting human presence dating back at least 23,000 years. This highlights the long and complex history of indigenous people on the continent that predates the formation of the United States.
Vienna in Austria has been ranked many times as the city with the highest quality of life in the world. It is renowned for its scenic beauty and cultural heritage, including classical music, with famous composers like Mozart, Brahms, and Beethoven having lived there. The largest art theft in history occurred at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston in 1990. Thieves disguised as police officers stole 13 pieces of art valued at approximately $500 million. Despite numerous leads and investigations, the stolen artworks, including pieces by Vermeer, Rembrandt, and Degas, have never been recovered. Ottawa in Canada was chosen as the capital city by Queen Victoria in 1857 because it was situated on the border between English-speaking Ontario and French-speaking Quebec. Would you believe that Mary Shelley, the famous author, wrote Frankenstein when she was just 18 years old? The novel, which is often considered the first science fiction story, was conceived during a ghost story competition with her husband, Percy Bysshe Shelley, and Lord Byron. Nairobi in Kenya is unique as it is the only capital city in the world that has a national park within its borders, the Nairobi National Park, where you can see lions, giraffes, and other wildlife against the backdrop of skyscrapers. A stark contrast to be seen. The Mona Lisa, one of the most famous paintings in the world, is considered priceless and thus has a permanent home in the Louvre Museum in Paris. While it is insured for a hefty amount, it is forbidden by French heritage laws to be sold or bought. Those were fascinating, don't you think? We take great care to carefully fact-check all of these before we publish them, of course. If you found any particularly crafty, let us know in the comments, will you? See you round again.